willing to bet you're tired. Tired of the stress and the shame that comes with consumer debt. Tired of every single paycheck feeling like it's already spent before it even hits your bank account. You've probably tried budgeting. You've tried cutting back. But no matter what you do, the debt just keeps winning. It feels like a losing battle, and the weight is just crushing. The world, the financial gurus, they all tell you the same thing. Attack your highest interest rate debt first. They frame it as a simple math problem. Pay off the loan that's costing you the most in interest and you'll save money. It makes sense on paper, right? But here's the truth they don't tell you. That strategy fails almost everyone. Why? Because debt is not a math problem. It's a momentum problem. It's a behavior problem. And most importantly for us, it's a spiritual problem. Today, you are going to learn the strategy that has set millions of people free. It's called the biblical debt snowball. This isn't just another financial hack. This is the strategy that replaces shame with speed and the bondage of debt with the freedom God designed for you. So, why does this work when other methods fail? The biblical foundation is our anchor. Let's turn to Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. It says, "The borrower is slave to the lender." Let that sink in. The Bible doesn't mince words. Debt isn't just an inconvenience. It's a form of slavery. It holds you captive, dictates your choices, and steals your peace. So, if debt is slavery, our primary goal isn't saving a few percentage points on interest. Our primary goal is total and complete liberation, as fast as humanly possible. Think about the high-interest method, what the world tells you to do. Let's say your highest interest debt is a $30,000 student loan. You start throwing extra money at it, but the balance barely seems to move for months, maybe even years. You don't get a win. You don't feel any progress. Gratification is delayed so far into the future that you get bored, you get tired, and eventually you quit. Your behavior doesn't change because you don't see any fruit from your sacrifice. The debt snowball is different. It's designed for spiritual victory. By targeting your smallest debts first, you achieve quick wins. These small victories are incredibly powerful. They build momentum. They build hope. And most importantly, they build discipline and faithfulness in the small things. And that is the entire point of Christian stewardship. We're going to intentionally sacrifice what looks like short-term mathematical perfection for the long-term, guaranteed freedom that comes from a changed heart and disciplined habits. All right? Are you ready? Get out a notebook, a piece of paper, or open a new document on your computer. I'm about to walk you through the 5 simple steps you must take right now to execute the biblical debt snowball and start your journey to freedom. Step 1 is the list. I want you to list every single debt you have. Car loans, credit cards, student loans, personal loans, medical bills, list them from the smallest balance to the largest balance. That's it. Ignore the interest rates completely. Do not look at them. Do not factor them in. The order is based on the total amount you owe from smallest to largest. This is the critical difference. and it is the key to your success. Step 2 is minimums. Now that you have your list, I want you to commit to paying the absolute minimum payment required on every single debt, except for the smallest one. That's it. You're going to keep every account current, but you are not going to pay one extra penny on anything but that smallest debt on your list. This focuses all your firepower on one target. Which brings us to step 3, attack. This is where the sacrifice and the intensity come in. You are going to throw every single extra dollar you can find at that smallest debt. I'm talking about gazelle intensity. You cancel subscriptions you don't need. You stop eating out. You sell things you don't use anymore. You pick up overtime at work. You start a side hustle. On the weekends, every spare dollar is a missile aimed directly at the head of that smallest debt. Your goal is to obliterate it as fast as you possibly can. Now, here comes the magic. Step 4 is the roll. The moment that first smallest debt is paid off and hits a zero balance, you take a second to thank God. And then you immediately move on. You do not celebrate by relaxing or spending that money. You take the entire payment you are making on that now dead debt, the minimum payment, plus all the extra you were throwing at it, and you roll it over to the next smallest debt on your list. Your payment on that second debt just got a massive boost. This is the snowball effect. You see, your first debt might be a small $500 credit card. You attack it and kill it. Now, you take that money and add it to the minimum payment of your next debt, maybe a $2,000 personal loan, because your payment is now so much larger that second debt dies even faster. This leads us to the final step. Step 5, victory. You simply repeat step 4 over and over again. As each debt is paid off, you roll its payment onto the next one. That payment amount, your snowball, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It starts to feel like an avalanche of cash wiping out your debts one by one. The momentum becomes unstoppable. With each success, your financial freedom expands, your confidence grows, and your faith is strengthened. This is the breakthrough. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. The analytical part of your brain is screaming, but I'm losing money on interest. I have a credit card at 24%, and you're telling me to pay off a 4% loan first? That's illogical. I hear you, but remember, this isn't just a math problem. It's a heart and habit problem. The tiny bit of extra interest you might pay is the small price for a guaranteed system that actually works. What good is a mathematically perfect plan if you quit after 3 months? The cost of a little extra interest is worth the price of guaranteed success and lifelong freedom. This is the trust test in action. In Luke chapter 16, verse 11, Jesus asks, "So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you?" With true riches, God wants to see you prove your faithfulness in managing the few thousands you have in debt right now. He wants to see you build the discipline and character required for stewardship. When you prove you can be faithful with little, He can then trust you with much, with the many thousands and even millions of the future. The biblical debt snowball is, without a doubt, the fastest and most effective path to freedom for the average person, the W-2 employee, or the small business owner. It works because it changes your heart first, and then it changes your balance sheet. So, I urge you, focus on the covenant of discipline you are building with God, not on the current interest rate. That discipline is the real treasure. It's the asset you take with you long after the debt is gone. It's what will allow you to build wealth and keep it. Don't just take my word for it. I have personally coached people through this exact system. I've seen it turn a crushing $50,000 debt load into a $0 balance in under 18 months. And in that specific case, the freedom allowed them to quit their job and pursue full-time entrepreneurship, completely changing their family's future. It works if you work it. To help you get started on your own Snowball today, I've created a free, downloadable biblical debt snowball tracker. It's the exact spreadsheet template you've seen me use in this video, designed to help you list your debts and track your progress. It makes it simple. Here's your action step. Click the link in the description below this video. Download the free guide and fill it out tonight. Don't wait. Your freedom journey starts now. Once you've done that, come back and watch my next video on how to stop feeling guilty about building wealth. You've got this. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm cheering for your success.